Hello, beloved students. Welcome to this virtual video class organized by Alfred International School and College. This class which I am presenting now is about the question number 7 of IGCSE English Language B. Especially, I will discourse regarding the sample answer of the first student which is checked by the Edexcel and assessed with very good marks. In this answer, the student has written the valid points according to the mark scheme. This is the comparative question based on text 1 and text 2. Hello guys. You know the question number 7 considered as a comparative question answer where we may have to mention the following comparative points. Comparison of text, article, speech, leaflet, biography, autobiography, fiction or non-fiction. Your text 1 and text 2. It is based on article, it is based on leaflet, biography, autobiography or not. We have to assess, we have to compare between the two texts. It is very important because regarding the topics, it may matter a lot of things, the expression, the views, the thoughts, the emotions, feelings. So it is very important to compare between the two texts. Next one we can see, comparison of person, first person, second person or third person. Third person perspective, it creates one mode for the readers, for the writers, everybody else. First person, it feels a very personal emotion and touch with the readers and writers, both of it. So it is very important. Later on, dear students, you can see comparison of language. The language, it is also very essential and very touchy matters for the students. You know, this is for the readers, for the writers, everybody else, because it creates the human feelings. The comparison of language of text 1 or text 2. It is written in descriptive or narrative. It is in informative or emotive, figurative, persuasive, formal or informal. We may make the differences. We may show the similarities between text 1 and text 2. Text 1 is based on descriptive language. Text 2, it might be written in narrative language. It might be varied for each text. You can see other a lot of points, the rhetorical devices, bullet points, listing, opinion, paragraph, contrast, negative or positive tones. Negative or positive tones, and yes, we can add something with that on. That is sentence structural device and diction. It is not less important at the time of comparison between the two texts. For the question number 7, you know this is. Rhetorical device, it creates a very good emotion for the readers and writers both. Listing, it creates the list of different objects. Paragraph, contrast, sometimes light and dark. And different types of contrast we may find in the text 1 or text 2. Next we can see that when dear students, now we will analyze the text 1 and text 2. Here, today which points we are discussing? That is text 1. The topic is our text 1 is first impression in English in Newark. Text 2, notes from small islands, the journey to Dover in England. So both is related with the journey you have understood. Again I repeat it. The text 1, first impression in English in Newark. And text 2, notes from small islands, the journey to Dover in England. Hello beloved guys. Now we can assess the student's answer script of question number 7, which is checked by the Edexcel. And the student, he got a very nice and high standard, high ranking marks. And now we can review that sample answer. Okay? In sample answer we can see, we find a question. What is the question? Question is here, compare how the writers of text 1 and text 2 and convey their ideas and experiences. Support your answer with examples from that both texts. That is the questions. Completely the comparison and comparative questions. Now we can review the direct answer of that students which you want to assess today. The writers of the two texts convey their ideas and experience about travel in similar and different ways. You have to understand, students, in similar and different ways. Sometimes we will get the similarities. Sometimes we will get the lot of differences. Gulf of differences we will find out here. There is a basic similarity in the fact that both of the articles are written in the first person. Both text, it is written as an article. This is the similarity. Another similarity we are finding here. What is the similarity? You can see. Similarity is both is written with the first person perspective. Great similarity. And first person perspective, it is very important to create the feelings of the readers. The writer also feels very amusing and interesting, fascinating regarding the first person perspective. However, the writers convey their ideas slightly different here. That means one is the largely positive, okay, huge positive, completely positive. We have seen here the writer expresses in the text 1, that is the journey, it was very fascinating. The city of Newark, it is very fascinating, amazing, and definitely it is spectacular. Such like a very positive attitudes, feelings, emotions, expressions we find by the writer's expression. It is the writer of the first text. Second one, we can see the writer of the text 2, he doesn't express like fully positive one. Few negative points we are getting here. Later on, we can see both the writers describes the journey. We know that text 1 and text 2, it is completely related with the journey or travel to the two countries, to the two cities. But there is another differences we are getting here. One Englishman, he visited America. Another American, he visited Dover in England. So there is a gulf of difference between the two texts we find. So later on, we can see there is a contrast also on his negative impression we are getting, and also the positive pictures we are getting between the two texts. Hello, dear students. Similarly, the two writers in their writings at the same way. Their main subject matters, motto, impression, with the ending, it is the same. It is related with the visit. But the importance of the ending, it is not the same. Students, you know this is. When you have to study, then you have to understand the importance of the ending, it is not the same. Later on, we can see the writers structure their works very differently. The structure of text 1 and the structure of the text 2, it is a gulf of difference we are getting. In text 1, the writer expresses the clear subheadings. And subheadings, you know, it is very important and essential matters for the readers to understand and to comprehend the text. On the other hand, the text 2, we are not finding just like of comprehensive and using the subheadings. The flat writing, the writer of text 2, he uses here. Hello, my dear students. Next we can see both the writers, they have presented quite informal language in the both text 1 and text 2. Colloquial language, regional language we are finding in the text 1 and text 2. You can see in text 1, mind-blowing, casual language, hyperbole, it is used here in the text 1. Such as text 2, the writer uses a lot of similes, and which is allows to the readers to remove any kind of tensions, any disappointment, which is removed from the minds of the readers. The students, which he has presented a very nice answer. What is the examiner's comment we can see? The examiner has presented a very nice and positive comments regarding the answer script of these students. The examiner commented this answer script, this answer, it has a very wide range of standard. And later on, the structure of the both text, it is very well balanced and it is very closely written very nicely. And after all, the student is very successful, much successful in this writing. Out of 15 marks, do you know how much mark the student got here? 14 marks. Oh, yeah, it is a very great works by the students we have found here. Now, students, we are ending of this discussion today of question number 7, but I will give you a few very short points that mean in a short way the similarities and dissimilarities, differences we found here in this question answer. Both text are article, and both articles are written in first person, and it is written differently regarding the journey, and the process of ending it is the same. Both writers are quite informal. I think you have understood shortly the similarities of the both text. Differences, you know that the structure is not the same. I discussed it before. Text 1 uses subheadings. On the other hand, text 2, they have used any subheadings? No. Any bullet points? No. There is no subheadings. It is flat writing. And later on, text 1 is informative. Text 2 is narrative. You know this is. Again, I repeat. Text 1 is informative. Text 2 is narrative. The writers and the places of the story are different. An English visited America, an American visited England. There's a lot of differences we find here. Like that way, we have to pick up and find out the similarities and dissimilarities, differences between the two texts. It is a very important task to get good grades in this question answer. Okay, I think there is no problem for you. You have understood well. If you study more, I think there will be no problem to understand the question number 7. It is a comparative question, completely comparative questions. You have to find out the valid and vivid points to compare between the two texts. Hello guys, in fine, I wish to assure, if you study all the points mentioned in the video, you will be able to prepare properly to answer the question number 7. No more today. See you in the next virtual class. Allah Hafiz. Bye bye.